Okay. Hello, and welcome to Museum Madness Mondays, Part 3, as we endeavor to tackle more of the 1990s classic point-and-click adventure edutainment game, Museum Madness, that I played a whole bunch in middle school but was never able to beat because they would reset the save files at the end of every day. So I played I played that maze at the beginning and like one or two exhibits a whole bunch of times, but now we're way off the edge of the map and I'm into uncharted territory. So let's find out how much of the real history we know and science we know actually matches up with what the 90s claimed was correct. Okay, hang on. So we pick up once again in the exhibit hall. Let's take a look at what's available. I think we've done 2 of everything so far. All right, let's look. What do we got? Hang on. Tilt this up slightly. Okay. Like, in order to fit my head, you can't see the rest. But if I do it too low, you can't see my hair and it looks weird. These are the problems. Anyway, all right. So we're looking at our exhibits here. We've done 2 from Hard Science. Oh, here we go. Hi, Gonfishin. Oh, and thank you for the subscription. There's a new emote for my channel now, by the way. So in addition to Squinchy holding a balloon from the Carrion streams, we now have the wash your hands emoji, because in horror games people just don't wash their damn hands, and it bothers me. Anyway, in fact, hang on, I can throw it in the chat as well so you can see what it looks like. Bop. Ta-da! Very good. Ooh, okay, here we go. Okay, come back, game. No, not inventory. All right, so, Confission, since you're in the audience, and right now you're the only one, do you have a preference as to which branch of science we tackle next? We've done 2 exhibits in pretty much everything, so it's up for grabs. So I think I want to save one more history for later, but we can. There's plenty to choose from. We've got ocean life, the Hall of Animal Habitats, the Hall of Ecology, the development of writing, Galileo's telescope, the Industrial Revolution, the Transcontinental Railroad, the Salem Witch Trials, Ellis Island, how big is the universe, rockets and computers. Okay, we've got a vote for ocean. Awesome, let's do it. Ocean life. Let's go. Take us away to the sea. Oh, it's a bouncy little tune. A little, not quite calypso, but close. All right, so we've got oceans cover almost 3/4 of the Earth's surface. The oceans are home to an amazing variety of life. And back in the 90s, there was a lot more. From the shallow tidal pools to the deepest regions where light does not penetrate, life abounds. However, the seas are threatened by the waste products of the human race. We dump billions of tons of waste into the oceans each year. The dumping kills sea life and makes the oceans an unfit place for humans as well as sea creatures. And that's to say nothing of the dynamite fishing they do that's killing all the coral reef, but anyway. Cool, I'm at the beach. Where's my surfboard when I need it? Oh, he was a good 90s kid, of course he surfed. Look at that backwards cap. Alright. This looks like a tidal pool. I used to collect shells and other things from tidal pools when I was little, but the water in this one looks kind of dirty. Oh, I'm liking this music though, I'm just kind of grooving to it. This sea star is all dried out. I wonder if I should put her in that dirty water. She'll die if I leave her out here, but the water may be too polluted for her to survive. I guess it goes in inventory for now. Can I click on anything else though? Okay, flashbacks are happening now to the jaunty tune from Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories when you were in the Atlantica level, and it just keeps playing a very low-tech MIDI version of Under the Sea, but like only like 2 bars of it over and over. Indeed, yes, the parched sea star is doing just as well in my pocket as it was on the sand. Really, it's a net zero there. Neither are good. Anyway, I thought the coral reef was supposed to be full of fish and other animals, but this place is empty except for that funny-looking shrimp. living his best life. Hey, can I put the sea star here? There's other ones. Can I put it next to that other sea star? No? Well, phooey on you then. Oh wait, I'm supposed to be reading the placards. I keep forgetting. Hang on. Sometimes they make things happen in the exhibits. So let's see here. Life on the shoreline can be difficult for the plants and animals living there. The constant changes in conditions make life challenging. Both animals and plants must keep themselves from the drying effects of the sun while protecting themselves from the action of ocean waves. Okay, I think we got to look at all the different exhibits in this one before we know what to do with any of them. Coral reefs are living islands under the surface in warm ocean climates. They're formed by colonies of tiny sea creatures. Corals come in many shapes, and they form a living mountain range that provides shelter for an abundance of sea life, including fish, sponges, anemones, worms, eels, shellfish, and even sea snakes. Like that one that pokes its head out, goes, yeah, and then leaves. You know, you've seen the meme. If this water weren't so dirty, it would be a beautiful blue. It looks so peaceful. I wonder who lives here. What the heck? Okay, let's see here. Why can I not pick up the random, like, garbage? I want to pick up the garbage. Okay, here we go. The ocean floor closest to the shore is called the continental shelf. This area reaches a depth of up to 650 feet. Sunlight penetrates the water in this ocean zone and creates an abundance of life. Floating sea creatures, sea mammals, and many large and small fish inhabit this region of the ocean. Like that shark! We love a good shark. We love a bad shark. We love sharks. Actually, as my friend Anne would say, there are no bad sharks. There are only bad shark movies. Anyway, this place sure is dark and empty. All I can see are some yellow lights hovering near the bottom. It's a fish that has its own built-in flashlight. And here I thought it was James Cameron in his little puttering bathysphere thingy. Okay. At the point where the continental shelf slopes steeply downward into the depths of the sea, the true ocean begins. Between 650 and 3,000 feet below the surface, sunlight barely penetrates. This is the ocean twilight zone. Here's some of nature's strangest creatures dwell. Ocean twilight zone, not a Sonic level. Really? Get on it, Sonic. That's it? Okay. Time to start asking Mick what we can actually interact with in these exhibits. What do you got for me, Mick? The ocean life exhibit is suffering from the worst pollution imaginable. Ha! The computer virus caused pollutants to be released into the water. The ocean plants and wildlife cannot survive in these conditions. We must find the cause of the pollution and stop it. No way that's gonna work. I better get this back in the pack before the salt and water destroy it. I just wanted you to shine your light on it, kiddo. Alright. So this is gonna call for other inventory first, I guess. Maybe we should start with that, oh, wait, hang on. Can I pry open that clam? Nope. That was a thing in a King's Quest puzzle once upon a time, I think. I'm not making that up. Alright, can we jimmy this open? No. You know, you're really naysaying a lot, my dude. Ah, yes, of course. Use starfish on water, get key out of oyster. or shell, whatever. See, gone fishing gets me. Combined knife with everything. It should really work more often than it does. It did work well last time, in a way we didn't expect. Anyway. Wow, she must have been hungry. She went straight for that clam and opened the shell. But the water's so dirty the sea star doesn't want to stay in it. I hope she's okay. What's in the treasure chest indeed? Let's find out. This key looks almost new. It couldn't have been inside that clam for long. Why did the clam have a key inside of it? These are the questions we really want to know. Well, only one thing to open with a key. Here we go. A diving suit? And a net? Yes, we get a net. Yeah. A man chooses, a slave obeys. Let's do this. Uh-oh. I'm sorry I asked. That guy looks very mean. I wonder if sharks think of people as sushi. No, they're actually pretty chill with people most of the time. Like, here we go. Excuse me? I guess he doesn't want me to invade his space. Obviously, one of us has to go. Alright, he just left. What's the deal? Oh, hang on. Why did it make a shotgun noise when I caught the lobster in a net? Oh, okay, here we go. Wow, that sounded like a gun going off. It hurt my ears. This shrimp sure scared me. Okay, so it was like a net launcher. I didn't just throw the net. Luckily, this suit is equipped with a pack for keeping sea animals unharmed. But I wonder how my other things are doing. I'm glad I didn't bring my lunch. And here I thought we were going to get an interesting lesson about the fact that guns do work underwater, but no, we're not getting that at all. Alright, when he comes back, use shrimp on shark. There we go. A type of mantis shrimp that creates cavitation bubbles by bonking faster than the speed of sound. Nice! Thank you for the lesson, Gonfish. I had no idea. Oh, also, by the way, hopefully everybody can see, now the chat, in addition to being visible on Twitch, should be visible in the VODs afterward because it's up on the top of the screen as well as in the sidebar. So, anyway, take that, big guy. That'll teach you to mess with me and my mighty shrimp. I better make tracks before Mr. Jaws comes back to have a little shrimp cocktail and me as the main course. This looks like the wrench I used to fix the water pipe under the sink in the kitchen. When I got through, we all could have used a suit like this. Why did you have your 9-year-old doing plumbing on your kitchen sink? I don't know if he's 9. Your 13-year-old? Either way, he couldn't have been licensed and he certainly wasn't union. We don't hire scabs, people. Ah, pistol shrimp kind of patooey out the bubbles. The other kind has a spear arm. I'm learning so much. Thank you, Catvision. Take it easy, Sparky. I just want to see if you can help me throw some light on the situation. I'll be careful not to hurt you. Way to go, Sparky. That pipe looks like it's leaking something gooey and grimy. Oh, that's interesting. You get them by accident if you order coral for a saltwater aquarium sometimes? Huh. Oh my word, what happened? There we go. Took a minute there, I was worried. I got it! That pipe is leaking slime into the tank and polluting everything. But not anymore, now the tank is safe for Sparky and all her friends. I better not get back to the surface, my air supply is getting low. Or I think it said I better get back to the surface, rather. Okay, let's leave the fish be. We don't need to catch any more of them. Hey! This place sure has changed. The water is much clearer and the sea life is returning. Those turtles are having a great time. I wish I could stay and hang out with them, but my air supply is getting low, blah blah blah. Yeah. Hey look, we got sea turtles, we got manta rays. Look at all of this. This is great. Oh my gosh, is that Survey? Ooh, with the chiming in saying snails, you can't get fish tank plants without hitchhiker snails. Nice. Things I never would have known. Also, hi. Glad you could make it. So yeah, this is a game I played a lot in middle school that I found a version of online, and because, as I was saying before, I could never finish it because they would reset the computers every day, so you couldn't make any progress. But I'm having a fun time looking at it now, especially in hindsight. And thank you so much. Okay, so here we go. The reef is coming back to life too. It looks like my aquarium at home. I better get out of here before I turn into a fish. Okay, can I just like leave? Hang on. Okay, now I'm catch up on chat while I do that. So at an old job, gone fishing, got a mantis strip from somebody's friend and kept it in a tank in the office for a few years. His name was Punchy, and you could get him to punch chopsticks by coating them in fish snacks. That's amazing. Usually you don't want one in your aquarium because they will punch your other fish and eat them. Wow! Man, undersea life is wild. Anyway, the ocean is safe for fish and other living things now. All this hard work's made me thirsty. What if I can get a drink of water around here? Now that I put the diving suit and net back where they belong, I can swim back to the main hall and see if anything else looks fishy. That's another exhibit down. Okay. Oh man, I remember wanting high tops like that when I was this kid's age. I never wore my shirt tucked into my jorts though, that I never did. Oh hey! I recognize that name. Hi Ben! Thank you for the birthday wishes. And thank you for the follow. Yeah dude, like... I'm very excited to have people in the chat. This is awesome. Ooh, and you spoil me. Alright. So, Sarah, Ben, since you guys are new and since Gone Vision just had... since Gone Vision just got to pick the last exhibit, you get the choice of any of these ones here. I'm going to start reading them off. We've got robots. We've got how big is the universe. We've got the Transcontinental Railroad. We've got computer tech. We've got the Salem witch trials. We've got the development of writing. We've got the discovery of radio. We've got rockets and computers. We've got the Hall of Animal Habitats. We've got air-powered flight. We've got Ellis Island. We've got Hall of Ecology. We've got Galileo's telescope. We've got the industrial... Oh, shoot. It took me to the industrial revolution. Hang on, I'm going to kick back 1 second. Oh, and thank you for the follow, Sarah. God, that's what I don't. You know what? I dislike that. I know it's not your name anymore. I cannot not call you Sarah Bay. So there we go. Thank you for the follow, Sarah Bay. I wish to go back to the main hall. Okay. Can you... Mick, I want to go back. Mick, I want to go back. I don't care about the steam engine right now. I want to go back. How dare. They stuck me here. Unbelievable. Okay, so we will do the Salem witch trials and then computer tech after this. I apologize. I need to get out of here. So. Someday you'll have to tell me how it's actually pronounced because I keep guessing and I have no idea. Okay, so. Alright, we're stuck in the Industrial Revolution now, like so many people crushed under capitalism. Let's see how it goes. The first successful steam engine was created by Thomas Newcomen, a British engineer, in 1712. It was used to pump water from mines. Another engineer, James Watt, improved upon Newcomen's design and created a steam engine that was more powerful and faster, and got a unit of measurement named after him. The steam engine revolutionized industry by providing a tireless source of power for transportation and manufacturing. Yes, much like those poor hapless people, industrialization just kind of happened upon them, and now they're stuck. And so are we. Puzzle time! Okay. Apparently that one goes dead center. Good to know. Hang on. Left side, right side, right corner. Left corner. This is not the most involved of puzzles, let's be real. Ooh, wow. I'd collected more of that one than I realized. Would you move? The flashing's giving me a headache. Okay, here we go. What are we building, gang? Early steam engine? Here we go. James Watt, indeed. Joules per second is the answer to that question. James joules per second. That's a nifty diagram, but I still think something's missing. Why don't we try to find the missing machine and get back to the Industrial Revolution, and get the Industrial Revolution back on track? Hey, can we put in some protections for workers' rights while we're at it? Maybe? Maybe some communal ownership of the means of production? Maybe? Could we? Perhaps? Ah, now we make what looks like a Rube Goldberg machine. But, like, they give you the outline, right? So I don't know. This seems even too simple by this game's standards. Okay. Yeah, start it up, why not? Oh, it's a loom. Okay. I think. No, I don't know what this is. Here we go. This thing's working so well, I bet it could almost spin straw into gold. I won't hold my breath for that, but it sure can turn out more yarn than those old-fashioned spinning wheels you see in fairy tale books. Don't say that around Rumpelstiltskin. He'll make a fool of you. Alright, hang on. Yeah. Ben, I'm pretty sure that we were not getting any hot takes on this that were teaching about the evils of capitalism back in the 90s. The Cold War was too recent, anyway. And we were doing so well economically back then. How could capitalism be doing anybody wrong? This thing's working, yeah, blah, blah, blah. We just said this. All right, what's on the empty canvas? I mean, and to his credit, at least Carnegie, later in life, donated a lot of money to philanthropic causes. Can't even say that about Rockefeller and Morgan. Okay, let's see here. What do we got? Ah, this looks like a steam engine that would put John Henry out of business. Let's see here. This is like two pieces. What are we doing here? Did they do this exhibit like... Did they leave it for last on a Friday? Is that what happened? Is that where we are? Not sure where this part goes. Okay, hang on. Let me go back. What does this thing actually look like? Can we rotate things? Oh, that part goes there and that part goes there. Okay. But where's the other stuff? Is it just behind it? There we go. Okay, here we go. Ah, yes! One of my favorite Principal Scudworth quotes. Oh my gosh, my Scudworth pillow! Hang on. But yes, I will say the thing from the chat where it says, "I've seen the first half of the MC Hammer behind the movie special, behind the music special, and if there's one thing I know about money, it's that it never runs out." Okay, hang on. Let's make this engine go. We have extra pieces, okay. This reminds me of the electric train I had when I was little. I'd love to play with it, but I better move on and try and put the next machine together while there's still time. You know, they talk about a ticking clock, but there's no indication of it anywhere in here. Did I miss a piece from the other one? I can't even leave. What's happening here? Okay. Alright, cool. Oh, hang on. I'm going to demonstrate a thing. Anybody in the chat? Oh, jeez. Hang on a second. Not what I wanted to do. Okay. Why am I typing this out? I was going to say, we have the !lurk command in chat for when people want to leave or go silent. There's also unlurk, I believe, to come back. It's just a thing that, you know, that the chatbot can do. Hana Pengu uses it a lot on their stream as well. But speaking of being right back, I'm going to go get the Scudworth pillow and put it in its prominent place and visible from the camera where it belongs. There we go. Principal Cinnamon J. Scudworth sitting over my shoulder going, "They flipped the bitch!" One of my faves. Okay. So now we're back to looking at this engine dealy. Oh, this is a different one. Okay. Looks like this one they don't give us the pieces quite as easily. Or do they? Let's see. Oh, it's missing ones that I gotta pick up from the other things, right? Hang on. Like, if we look here... Oh, there's a whole bunch of stuff. Okay. Okay. So part number 3, which you can't put in yet, I guess. Hang on, can we leave? Alright, let's go see if we can collect parts 1 and 2. Yes, indeed, Gone Fission, the board of shadowy figures and such. I'm so excited to hear that supposedly, and there hasn't been a lot of talk about it, but I think it's the case, knock wood, that Clone High Season 2 and 3 survived the Warner Brothers Discovery merger and will be coming out hopefully sometime this year. I know they've recorded a bunch of it, so yes. Oh, hello, my wife.
Hello, my husband.
My wife has joined the chat. Yeah, no, I can't. Believe me, Merlin does not appear on camera on my will. He will appear on his will, and then I will immediately drop whatever I'm doing and focus the camera on him. That's how these things go. So. No parts here yet. Oh, good. Oh, good. That's Ben, by the way. Oh, I don't have a good cat pun for OnlyFans. I'm sure someone will come up with one in the chat. If it were a fish one, it would be only fins. Meow OnlyFans? That's nothing. I don't know. Let's see here. It won't let me put... Alright. We'll play your way. That one's definitely where that one goes. It thinks that one's where that one goes? No. Okay. Like, you'd think this would go there. All the signs point to it. And yet, here we are. Nothing. Oh wait, it probably goes there. Or something. No? Game, you got some weird ideas. But man, I don't even know what this is. So, hey, there we go. That looks right. Now if we start, what happens? Oh, those were separate parts. Okay, so now we can't move anything. Oh, that was... Wow! Alright, we need to talk about the difference between foreground and background, because really, that was difficult and shouldn't have been. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Mwah. Caltrus, coming back, killing it. I love it. You know what? That's a good use of emotes. I have to find out if someone can make an emote of Merlin. That'll be my third emote. Gotta get a good picture of him to turn into one, though. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, I mean, thank you. I also have met, I have, you know, several hundred pictures of him, dear.
I thought that was a thing only I...
Oh, yes! Godvision, your cursed cat, which we all worked very hard to make sure that you got to affiliate status so that you could have, what I appreciate very much. Okay, so, it's hard to imagine this is how cars get started. I wonder if I can make a go-kart from this engine. Nah, I'd better not try. There's too much to do around here, and I would probably just crash into the other machines and have to start over again. Coward! I would have loved to go-kart around a museum at that age. Okay, we got one more part here. Oh, you know what? Hang on. Let's actually do some reading. The first internal combustion engine was designed and created by James Lenoir of Belgium. His engine was based on the design of the steam engine but used gasoline to power its piston. The gasoline was exploded inside the cylinder by a spark. This, in turn, drove the piston. Like the steam engine, Lenoir's invention was used to power machinery. 16 years later, Nicolaus Otto developed a much more efficient engine that was able to become the model power plant for automobiles for more than 100 years. How did this person have such terrible branding that they weren't then known as automobiles? Like, that's a slam dunk. Anyway. As we go back through, in 1803, Richard Trevithick built the first steam locomotive. It was designed to pull wagons and did not run on rails. Later, he refined his design and created the first steam locomotive to run on rails. Trevithick's machine caught on quickly, and in 1825, the first commercial railroad was created. The steam locomotive revolutionized transportation by allowing both people and goods to travel much more quickly from place to place. spinning machines were invented in Great Britain in the early 1700s. They first used water power from rivers and later used steam power. Spinning machines were able to do the work of many people. The increased production of thread created by these machines gave rise to the textile industry and started the Industrial Revolution. And there was nothing bad about it at all. No one was crushed under the boot. Yes, indeed. F's in chat for the automobile and what might have been. In fact, hang on. Where are my emotes? There we go. There we go. Trevor think is a good name, it's true. Alright. What can we make out of this junk? Let's find out. Oh, is this like an oil derrick? Is that what's going on here? Well, we'll see where that one goes in a minute, but... Oh, duh. Oh, hey Will. Glad you could join us. And thank you for the follow. Alright, let's see this here. So, this piece has to go somewhere. Does it go inside here? Yeah, there we go. Alright, well, here we go. Oh no, I guess that's just a regular steam engine thingy-mabob. What did we just build? This is it. The machines from the Industrial Revolution are chugging away. I wonder if the rest of the museum is running this smoothly. I better get back to the main hall and see what new disasters await to be repaired. Okay. So I'm sorry that we took that detour into the Industrial Revolution when no one really wanted to learn about the ways in which capitalism destroyed everybody's lives, but here we are anyway. And speaking of destroying lives, let's learn about the ways in which patriarchy destroyed people's lives. Here comes the Salem witch trials. All right, I've been saving this one for when I had as many people as I can manage, so I'm very excited to show this to people now. All right, here we go. A little semi-local history for us here. Salem Village, Massachusetts Bay Colony, circa 1690. Salem Village was was a community of about 500 Puritans. The Puritans started coming to America in the 1620s. Their religion stressed hard work and simple dress and did not tolerate frivolous behavior. Salem Village became the setting for one of the most unfortunate episodes in early American history. Man, take your pick. There's a lot of them. Early American history is kind of unfortunate, full stop. But anyway. In 1692, several young girls began acting strangely. They screamed for no reason, they threw themselves on the floor, and they claimed that they saw visions or specters. The people of Salem became convinced that the girls were the victims of witches. Several people were brought to trial and punished based solely on the girls' testimony that they saw specters. Oh gosh. God Vision, that's very good. I would love it if there was dependencies and continuity depending on what exhibits did what. And so if you build the Industrial Revolution one, suddenly the Wilderness one adjacent to it gets chopped down. That would be there's commentary, there's game design. Let me see that one. But here we are. God Vision, you got too good of ideas. Alright. The Salem witch trials were conducted in meeting halls and churches. Often several Puritan men served as judges. They heard the evidence and decided if it was sufficient to label the accused as a witch. The judges were generally fair-minded men who tried to hear all of the evidence. However, they believed... Wow, however's doing some seriously heavy lifting in this part, as is generally in the first sentence there. However, they believed in witches and feared that supernatural forces were at work in their village, and they thought that spectral evidence was valid testimony. So really, they were off the edge of the map. They were just kind of going with what felt right. And I don't like what felt right. I'm too upset to talk now. Speak to the other girls first, and then I can tell you my side of the story. You must be the one who will defend Miss Good in this trial. She deserves a defense, but the evidence seems overwhelming. Exactly what is she accused of? Let the girls tell you in their own words. Speak to the girls and they will tell you what you need to know. Yes, well. Alright. Sarah Good is a witch. We know it. How can you be sure? She summoned specters to appear before our eyes, not once, but thrice. Yeah, no, the WoW React's coming in. This is, yeah. Hey, folks who know these things, because I only have vague memories of this. Was there a like bread mold or like some sort of weird spore thing that caused like a lot of people to hallucinate during the Salem thing, or am I thinking of something else from like ancient Greece? Anyway, might have been ergot. There we go. That could be. Anyway, what were the specters that she summoned? Oh man, you know what this is? This is gonna be Scooby-Doo. Hang on. First she made ferocious animals appear in the hillside on a moonlit night. We were all afraid. Then she made a rainbow appear out of thin air in my bedroom. Finally, she made a witch appear in the barn. We ran away before the witch could capture us. Man, I remember this one a little bit. Oh my gosh. Okay. Can you prove any of these things? We saw them with our own eyes. We had to tell the elders to save the village. I'm innocent. I saw the specters too, but I had nothing to do with creating them. Wait, you actually saw the specters? This is getting very weird. Yes, they appeared from nowhere, but I am innocent. I was as frightened as the others. I think we should have a look at the places where the specters appeared. Maybe I can figure out what's going on. Are you sure you weren't watching the Saturday Night Horror Show? Ah, never mind, I forgot. You won't have TV for another 250 years. Hey, you know what's great? Generic pop culture references. Good gracious. Okay, but like, can we go? Yes, we know. Thank you. Perhaps we should go to the 3 locations to see the specters for ourselves. I will unlock the door so we can all leave. Here we go. Yes, oh no, we are fixing history right now. Not just back to being not broken, but back to being, you know, better than it was. More family friendly than it was. We are the daughters of the witches you didn't exonerate? I don't know. Spooky. I was here with the other girls and I was talking about the animals I have seen in the woods. There are many animals nearby. Suddenly someone screamed, and when I looked up I saw the shapes of animals in the hillside, but I did not create them. You must believe me. The other girls ran away and hid in the barn. This is where we were when Sarah caused the specters of animals to appear in the hillside. It was a moonlit night, just like this one. We were walking home and Sarah began to talk about the animals she had seen in the woods. Suddenly, the specters appeared. They were specters for certain. They appeared among the trees and rocks, but were larger and more frightening than real beasts. We were all frightened and screamed. The shapes of ferocious animals were clearly outlined in the hillside. Sarah must have caused them to appear. How else could they get there? That is a strange lamp you possess. I have not seen anything like it before. You will in about 250 years. It casts light over a distance. If we didn't know better, we would think it was witchcraft. Such things are evil. If it does not work as you say, we may have to try you as well as Sarah. This flashlight is not witchcraft. It's just craftsmanship and science. Maybe I can throw some light on this subject and prove that all this Spectre stuff is just speculation. Try your lamp if you must, but if it is unsuccessful, it is you who will be on trial next. Oh, is this going to be one with a fail state? Like the one where we failed to negotiate the Louisiana Purchase and lost the thing? Oh my goodness. I love it. Can we make shadow puppets? I want that screen clipped. Anyway, there it is, just as I thought. The animals in the hillside are just shadows caused by the trees and rocks. I don't know how the flashlight proved this better than anything else, but here we go. It's a trick played by the light, and definitely not a specter. You are correct, but what about the other images in the hillside? They could be specters. There's another one. It too is not a specter. This lamp you possess is truly marvelous, and you are very brave. Getting a little Marty Stew in this one, I think. Yes, exactly. Old Man Jenkins made them using a kazoo in this piece of masking tape. Quite so, Galdris. Alright, let's see here. If you'd seen Revenge of the Zombies 13 times like I did, you wouldn't be afraid of a few shadows in the dark either. Why don't we move on and take care of the third specter? Man, this kid is a Gen Xer for sure. Just watching R-rated movies whenever. I think that takes care of all the so-called specters. I hope you won't jump to conclusions next time. You were correct. The specters were just outlines in the trees and rocks. The girls were mistaken about the specters here, but they could not have been wrong about all 3 occurrences. Wait, why not? That is correct. This does not explain the other specters. Shall we proceed to those locations? I'm game. Let's get this show on the road. What does the placard say for this one? Spectres were often seen in dimly lit woods and fields. Were they? Salem Village was attacked by natives several times. Wild animals roamed in the forest. These things made the villagers, especially children, afraid of the forest. Their fears sometimes made them see things that were not really there. Yeah, it's amazing how much they flip-flop, right, John? Right, Godvision? Okay, well, now that I understand your magic lamp isn't actually magic or witchery or or witchcraft or sorcery, if you don't use it to eliminate the land, you will be a witch. I don't know. They're moving the goalposts. They're making it up as they go. It's too real. That's the realest part of this whole thing. All right. Be careful with that. That's my mother's crystal vase. She usually keeps it on the dresser, but I moved it this morning when I was cleaning. Don't worry. I know what I'm doing, I think. Hang on. Let's see what they say. We were speaking with Sarah of how there were few colors in our gowns or the decorations of our houses. Puritan tradition demands that we dress simply. Colorful garments and decorations are frivolous. That's when it happened. Sarah said she liked colors and wished for more colorful things. At that moment, a rainbow appeared on the wall. Sarah must have caused it. How else could it have happened? You gotta help us, Doc. We've tried nothing and we're all out of ideas. All right. This is when the second specter appeared. The girls can report what they saw. They did. Why are you telling me now? Anyway. Sarah? Oh yeah. She didn't know. Rainbow just appeared, etc. Aha. These seem to be stuck. Is it time? Is it time to use knife on objects? Ha-ha! Thank you, knife. Okay, hang on. Oh, the museum in Salem that has a voice track and wax statues. I think I did not actually go into that one. It may have cost more money than we were willing to spend the day I went on like the actual tourist things in Salem. But I believe that it was there. I just remember one of them where they were showing off. They had so few things to show off of actual Salem because actual Salem wants nothing to do with that tragedy and renamed itself Peabody. But they had like a basement and there was a beam that was important from those old days, and they showed that. But oh, nice! Thank you for the channel reward. Oh, I still have to add a channel reward at some point for reading excerpts from Model Land, but I have to find my copy of it. Oh well, man, that book's wild. But that's off topic. Right now, we've got science to do to save people from ignorance. Why can I not put it somewhere? Hang on. Yes, I know. But I want... Can I angle the door? Will you let me move the door? Will you let me move anything? Hang on.
Can you put it on top of the armoire?
Let's find out. Hang on. Yes! Good one, wife.
Here for you, babe!
Okay. Look, it's the Spectre again. I told you Sarah made it appear. Old Knifey strikes again. Oh yes, no, you're right. It did say water, and I do have water. It just wasn't what I was drinking at the time, so I'll properly hydrate. Thank you. Oi. Okay. Okay, here we go. She's a witch. Calm your hats. I made the rainbow appear. I'm your god. Worship me now. It's not a specter, but it is a spectrum. Ooh, he's got lines. I like this. The light from the window bounces off of the mirror and passes through the vase. Oh no, the game's gone woke. There's a prism rainbow. God, sorry. The light is broken into the colors of the rainbow. It happens whenever light passes through certain types of crystal. Anyone can make it happen. Even you, dum-dums. Well, bless. I'm glad that you drank water with me. Once again, big thanks to my mother-in-law, my sister-in-law, and Jen. Did you're not the one who got me the water bottle, right?
No.
It was them. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Making sure. Anyway, to my in-laws for getting me this lovely new water bottle to replace the 2 water bottles that I lost over the course of the past year. So, colleges. Yeah, it's weird that none of them ever noticed rainbows in the water or anything like that until that day, and never again afterward. Like, never saw them in the sky. Never happened when they were pouring water in a thing outside. Nah. That seems harmless enough. It's obvious that Sarah did not cause this rainbow, and that this rainbow is no specter. This rainbow is no evidence that Sarah is a witch at all. Great, I'm on a roll. Like butter. Yes, gone fishing exactly like Pink Floyd and just as woke. Okay. Here we go. This is where the girls say they saw the specter of a witch. Sorry, what's up?
You're gonna read the plaque, no?
Oh, shoot, right, yes, thank you. I missed the placard in that one, but I'll read it again in a second. This specter is the most damaging of all. If Sarah can call a witch into her presence, then she must surely be a witch herself. The girls are sure they saw the specter of a witch on the wall of this barn. Unless you can show that they're wrong, Sarah must be found guilty. Oh, I can't go back. Okay, hang on. Let's see here. Oh, no, it is. It's letting me go back. Good. Let's read that placard. In 1692, people did not understand many of the simple processes of nature. They attributed unusual occurrences to supernatural forces beyond their understanding. When something unusual occurred, it was often explained as the work of evil. This was especially likely if the event was counter to their teachings that life should be austere and serious. And honestly, entirely too few things have changed in certain parts of the country right now. Okay, here we go. Let's see what they say. What clues can we get? I wasn't paying attention to the other girls. They were already frightened of me because of the other specters. I was just adjusting the lamps, trying to make more light, when suddenly the girls were screaming. It's more shadow puppets, I swear. What happened then? We all ran out of the barn. That's it? You were adjusting the lamps, the girls screamed, and you all ran out? That's all. Man, life was boring back then. I felt like the comb and the handkerchief together made like a thing that could turn. Well, we'll see. We'll see what they say. I remember exactly what happened. We were talking to Sarah about how scary the barn is at night, and suddenly someone screamed. There it was on the wall, the specter of a witch. We were so frightened we could not move. Only Sarah seemed calm. She did not scream or run away. She must have caused the witch to appear. They didn't have puppet shows back then either, I guess. And they certainly didn't read any Plato where he explained about the cave, right? Okay. Is anything... Ooh. I can just turn the lamp. Ready? Whoop, 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 whoop. A witch! Oh, we were cheated out of a screen this time. Okay. Look, the witch has reappeared. He, too, is a witch. Take a closer look. It's just shadows on the wall caused by the lamps. It looks a little like the witch my little sister puts in the window at Halloween. The shadows are frightening, but this is not the specter of a witch. This shows what can happen when we all let our fears take over from common sense. This was clearly not a specter, and Sarah should not be convinced convicted because of it. Here we go. But what is this Halloween of which you speak? Oh, you know, it's in October when children dress up like, hey, you know what, I better quit while I'm ahead. On second thought, it's nothing. Forget I said anything. Sarah's free to go. We're sorry you were accused, Sarah. The girls were frightened. I think they mean no harm. Oh, shoot. That was that dude. Sarah is free to go. We're sorry you were accused, Sarah. The girls were frightened. I think they meant no harm. Yep. Conscious is right. Even though that dude knows it's fake, he's still scared, and he's able to admit it. He's a strong enough man to admit when he's afraid, because courage isn't about not being scared. It's about doing the right thing even when it's scary. And in this case, the right thing is not convicting an innocent girl of witchcraft when she has done nothing wrong. But yes, Godfish and puppet shows were a thing at fairs and stuff, which means they must have been illegal frivolity and only engaged with illicitly in the woods at night, like young Goodman Brown, where they got up to all kinds of nastiness. Anyway. Young Goodman Brown is one I took all the wrong lessons away from, I think. But that was much more like, oh, this is what they get up to at night. This is how they get freaky. Okay. Anyway. I understand, but I hope we've all learned a valuable lesson. I know I did. Never mess with scared folks. They jump to too many conclusions. This kid gets it. Although you could probably just sub scared for white in most cases. But anyway. Mick, I think it's time we headed back to the main hall for some R&R. I hope there's a vending machine in there. I'd like to conjure up the specter of a little snack. Game, you didn't put a vending machine in there. Stop trying to get my hopes up. Alright, so Salem Witch Trials was pretty much exactly what I expected. And I don't know, I think I feel okay about it. I don't know how y'all feel. But Let's see here. All right. Next one is for Contras. This one's computer technology. Here we go. Oh, yeah. There's the I was about to say the drums, but it's not really the drums. But yeah. Oh no, feels like a Ninja Turtles arcade game level, and I like it. All right, here we go. The circuits in this exhibit are enlargements of the circuits in the museum's master computer. These circuits control all of the museum's vital functions. The circuits pass the numerical input signals through 3 types of gates along the circuit pathways. The gates change the numerical signals to new values according to a set of rules. Each type of gate has a different set of rules for converting numerical signals. I like the cork board. All right, what do we got? Computer circuits. Computer circuits are made of tiny passages along which electronic signals travel. These signals consist of electronic representations of only 2 numbers, 0 and 1, which is to say off and on. Yeah, no, it is fascinating to think of what the the fixed exhibit looks like. You know, again, it's going to be like, yeah, no, everybody came very close to convicting a bunch of innocent people of being witches, but they came to their senses at the last minute and everybody was fine. American history. Anyway, but back to what we were talking about here. Yes, number 0 and 1. Computers can translate combinations of zeros and ones into an infinite variety of letters, numbers, and other symbols. I would argue that that variety is by its definition finite, but anyway. The computer language is called binary code. The binary signals travel down a circuit passage until they encounter a gate in the circuit. The circuit gates allow the signals to pass through, but they change the signal as it passes. The gates in the circuit make it possible for the computer circuit to process information. Oh yeah, listen to those machine sounds. Let's look at this baby. This looks like the inside of a pinball machine, but it's a close-up of a computer circuit. If I remember the basic info from my computer science class correctly, this kid had a computer science class? Wild. Alright. Those number signals at the top pass through the gates and end up at the bottom above the blue numbers. You know, I say that, but like, this was in our computer class, but it was much more a computer use class and not a computer science class. Contras, you were one of the only people who could have actually played this that's in the chat. Do you remember this one at all? If the circuit is working correctly, the red numbers below the gates should match the blue numbers below them. This just requires a little brain power, and I've got just the little brain for the job. Yeah. Okay, but like, okay, but did you took computers with Ms. Messer in like 5th grade at least, right? I'm assuming, because that's when I played this. Is that when we weren't having to do all the typing games? Anyway. Yeah, I mean, there were a lot of games to play. This was one of 2 point-and-click adventure games. The other one was one called Legend of Kyrandia, which was like a knockoff King's Quest. Alright. Did they have Civ 1 and I never knew? Amazing. Anyway. Not, or, and. Okay. I don't actually know how these work. I've played a little bit of Human Resource Machine, but it was done a little differently. Hang on. Hey, there we go. Okay. That's 1 down and 2 to go, or as they say in binary, 0 1 down and 1 0 to go. I better press the blue button again to get the next set of numbers to match. Okay. Hey, this is a snap. Maybe I should try out for the part in the next RoboKid movie. Surprisingly, I don't think that was a movie from the 90s. RoboCop was just not quite kid-friendly enough. They did make a RoboCop Saturday morning cartoon, though. It was wild. Anyway, now all I have to do is press the blue button and make the last set of numbers match. Then I can move on to the challenging stuff. Alright. Let's see if that does it. Hey, there we go. That takes care of the first circuit. This computer programming stuff isn't so hard after all. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really know if that was, well, whatever. Anyway, I wonder what the next circuit is like. First I have to exit this circuit and then open the next one. Exit. Should we be worried about that giant error thing over there at all? Maybe. Alright, new gate. Here we go. I never knew first grade addition could be so hard. But I know if I can make this thing work if I just play with it for a little while. First I have to press that blue button to see which numbers I have to match. Then I have to figure out how these new gates work so I can predict what the red numbers at the bottom of the circuit will be after the signal passes through the gates. If the red numbers match the blue numbers below them, I'm in business. I think we didn't need that much explanation considering we just did it, but hey, what do I know, right? Alright. So we want it to come out 1 and O. So that's an OR followed by an and that's followed piggybacking on an and a not. Ah, it's the opposite of what I want. Okay. Oh my gosh. God, just killing me. Mega Man, Mega Man! Those platforms fall, but shut up! I already know this! Interesting, those both came up with the same results. Huh. And or not. I hope these gates make up their minds soon. At least that's 1 down and only 2 more to go in this circuit. Time to press the blue button again. Round and round, round and round and round it goes. Where it stops, nobody knows. There we go. That's another 1 down and only 1 more to finish in this circuit. Aw, got vision. This would have been your jam as a kid. I'm glad to hear it. So have you played Human Resource Machine at all? Because that was the game that taught me a little bit of assembly language. And it's very cute. It's made by the same people who made Little Inferno and World of Goo. I had the problem of I used to play it on my phone on the T on the way home from work back in the before time, in the long, long ago. And I just got to the point where like I was too sleepy to actually figure out how to learn anymore. I got to XOR functions and I was like, wait, what? I'm too tired for this, and then I never picked it back up again. But it's worth trying if you're curious. It's got a very adorable, like, dystopian and yet cute sense of humor about it. Worth checking out. It's called Human Resource Machine, and it's a lovely dystopian capitalist tale that actually teaches you assembly language. It's very fun. All right. What is it? No, don't get us. Oh. My bad. Right. There we go. That's 2 circuits repaired. Why do I think the third one will be the toughest of all? I'm glad I'm not a computer. I like doing math the old-fashioned way, with my fingers. You know, there's a great article in The Atlantic about, like, the fact that finger counting is not for babies, and it's actually a perfectly respectable thing for people to do when they're doing, like, basic arithmetic. Anyway. Oh no, no explanation this time? Okay. Why would we need it for this one? Oh, here we go. This one looks really tough, but I know all I have to do is put the pieces back together so they form continuous lines like little highways. I wonder if that's why they call it the information highway? This looks more like information spaghetti. Let's see here. Oh, that's interesting. I'm actually not sure which one of these goes on the bottom left. Alright, let's see here. So clearly those go together. Those four go together somewhere. That's looking pretty good so far. Like that whole section right there. Yeah, alright, we're getting this. Maybe not the way they intended, but we're getting it. Yep. Yeah, there we go. Nope. That fits bizarrely well. Alright, hang on. Oh, the A and O is and not or. Okay. That makes more sense now. So those two go together, clearly. Let's look around at what's clearly out of place. Oh, that goes right there for sure. Those look really good together. Hang on. The thought occurs to me that this is probably painful to watch, especially if you can see it right away. Hey, there we go. That's that part. All right, cool. We're getting there. Hey, there we go. All right. Chalk one more up for the good guys. The information highway had a few potholes, but I'm glad I was able to do a little road work. The computer seems to be working now. I think I should get back to the main hall and see if there's anything I can do there. Oh, it says thank you now. Looks like this baby's humming now. If I can fix these computer circuits, I'm sure I can find the source of this virus. All I have to do is finish putting these exhibits together, and then I'm sure I'll figure out how to stop the virus. Let's go, Mick. We should get back to the main hall and see what's happening in the other exhibits. Okay, so Godvision has picked one. I have effectively picked one. Kaltras has picked one. Cerve has picked one. Or what is? Hang on. Now I'm curious. Sarah Mojdij has picked one. There we go. Ooh, nice. Godvision, I'm glad you have a fun embroidery project to work on. Do you want to pick the next one? Because it's been a while since you got a pick. Let's see here. We've got How big is the universe? Rockets and computers. I assume that's computers the people, not computers the machines. Air-powered flight. What else we got? Hall of Animal Habitats, Hall of Ecology, Development of Writing, Galileo's Telescope. Anything sounding good here? Let's see here. Aw, good night, Sarah Bag. I'm so glad you were able to watch. It means the world to me. And I hope you have a great night. Okay. But we need an exhibit. What are people feeling? Shout it out in the chat. I'm going to take a minute and hydrate again. Let's see. So there's 3 left in space science and 2 left in everything else. So I would say, ooh, development of writing is picked by Gone Fission. That's what we're doing. All right, here we go. I was about to say, sounds very like not Genesis Aladdin and not SNES Aladdin, but like Game Gear Aladdin background music here. Okay. Ancient writing. One of the most important inventions of the ancient world was writing. Many early civilizations, such as the Egyptians and the Chinese, used pictographs or picture writing, in which each symbol stands for a single object or idea. Later forms of Greek and Roman writing used symbols to represent words or sounds. I mean, that's also... well, never mind. Yeah, anyway. These evolved into our modern alphabet, where each symbol represents a single sound within a word. It's like, I think that there's more alphabets than Greek and Roman that use phonemes, but anyway. The earliest writing was used on religious and ceremonial buildings. Later, clay or wax tablets were used by scholars, scribes, and tax collectors. Cute joke about Ayan Nazir selling terrible copper. Anyway. But it was not until the invention of paper and ink that writing became portable and accessible to most people. The Egyptians sometimes wrote important information on large stones that were placed in the countryside for all to read. And Sumerians did this too, as we said. Ayan Nazir sold terrible copper and was generally an unsavory sort. The messages were written in hieroglyphics, the Egyptian picture writing system. The meaning of hieroglyphics was lost for almost 1,600 years until one stone, the Rosetta Stone, was discovered in 1799. It's in the British Museum. I've actually seen it. It's pretty cool. This stone is known as the Rosetta Stone, and it contains a message written in hieroglyphs and the same message written in Greek. By translating the hieroglyphic message into Greek characters and then translating the Greek, the secret of the hieroglyphs was solved. This exhibit shows how a stone similar to the Rosetta Stone was made. You young scribes are all alike, always trying to avoid your work. Do you have a papyrus pass to be away from your tablet? Ah! Came back around. Tablets are a thing again. You must be the hall monitor. I'm out of here. Yes, the Magi were just hall monitors. That's all they really were. Totally. Oh man, which is more accurate, this or Assassin's Creed Origins? Let's find out. This is terrible. My master instructed me to finish this inscription before he returns, but I can't remember what the hieroglyphs mean, because I have apparently recently suffered some sort of head trauma. But anyway, why can't you remember? Oh god, I hope I'm not right. Okay, there we go. I was supposed to study them last night, but I went to a concert instead. Hope it was a good group. It was great. This new group of flutists and drummers played in honor of Hathor, the goddess of music and dancing. I didn't get home until very late. Sounds like you blew it. Can you help me? My master is very mean. We call him Old Sobek, the crocodile god, because he has a nose like a crocodile. I'm not a scribe, but I did get an A in penmanship class in 4th grade. I guess I can try. See? And today's Gen Z, they don't even have classes in penmanship anymore. Not that we actually did either, but it was at least taught in regular classes. He says, like he didn't absolutely hate having to practice cursive in school. What can I tell you? Being left-handed, man. It sucks for that. It's fine for other stuff. Oh, hi, Artemisia! Yes, indeed. Sex, drug, and rock and roll knows no time in history. It is eternal. It is forever. Penmanship practice was the bane of Inwaterwit's existence. I believe it. I hear the grumbling from the other room. Okay. What are you doing? I'm making papyrus. It's the best thing to write on. All the scribes use it to record things. But I'm very tired. Can you take over for a while? But I don't know what to do. It's simple. Anyone can make papyrus. Just follow the instructions on the tree. Alright. Good night, Ben. I'm very glad you were able to tune in and enjoy some of this this very strange trip down memory lane with me. I really appreciate it. And yeah, I hope you get a good night's rest, and I'll catch you another time. Okay. So, this looks like the directions from something you send away for on the back of a cereal box. Remember those days? Maybe if I look at them carefully, I can figure out how to make this papyrus stuff. Lay down the thing, move it back and forth, arrange the strips, something, and then draw on it. Okay, I cannot pick up the other thing. Where do I get something to... Guys, where's the reeds or whatever you flattened to make papyrus? Why do I not have such things? Can I use the knife on it? I could! That's great. There we go. He didn't give me a knife to do that with, though. But okay. So we've unfolded it now. We've woven it out. Okay. So I guess it's got to be the hammer first. No? Alright, let's look at this again. See what I'm missing here. Alright, cut the thing, lay it out into reeds, hammer it, looks like. And then roll the stone over it? Okay, we'll try it. Oh, hey, Pokera! Gone Fishing, I love that you were on the same page. Yes, very good. Praise be to the knife. All hail the knife. Man, that delay is rough, though. I apologize. It's supposed to let me hammer out the sheets now. I don't know why it isn't. I guess we'll come back in a minute. Hang on. Before we go forward, let's see what it tells me here. Give me a hint here.
Hey,
My analysis of this exhibit indicates the young scribe's memory program has been damaged. He has forgotten the meaning of the hieroglyphics, so he cannot finish the inscription on the large stone. You must help him finish the inscription. To decipher the hieroglyphics, you must find a way to translate the Egyptian pictographs in the Roman alphabet. The Roman alphabet is the same one we use today. Anybody saying anything interesting? So we can look at the hieroglyphs. That's good. Ogon Fission. This is a mess of your own making. Okay, fair enough, I guess. I didn't realize the Chromecast delayed it so much, but I guess that makes sense. It's got to pipe it through multiple devices and stuff. Alright, well, when you're out of ideas, we use knife again and hope it works for the best, but doesn't seem to be working in this case. Maybe it's something where you combine pieces in the inventory? Doesn't seem to be. As I click around on everything in here. My goodness, alright. I'm not too proud. I'm finding that walkthrough that we found before. I'll give credit to the dude. I don't give a damn. Hang on a second, folks. I'm gonna go pull that up. Oh, it's The Lost Gamer. That's right. Copyright 2002. Email ilovecartoonsomuch@yahoo.com. Thank you. All right. Here we go. Development of writing. Knife the small thing left on the table. Did that. Oh, then cover it with your handkerchief, then hit it with the hammer. Okay. You know, I'm pretty sure I used the handkerchief on it, but I'll try again. There we go. Wow, you really had to click on it a lot. Now it's okay to hit with the hammer. Sure, why not? Bonk, 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 bonk. Bonk, 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 bonk. Okay. Okay, now we rub the stone over it, I guess. All of that particle transition effect. But we did it, and we've got papyrus. Okay, yeah, sorry. Let me thank you, Artemisia, for reminding me that I put it on the intermission screen while I did that. Here we go. Yes, okay. So we got it. You can see it over there. I had to lay the handkerchief down on top of it first, and then click on it with the hammer and then the stone. But it was a very you had to click like down here. Any other spot and it didn't work for some reason. So, game's just being weirdly finicky. But thank you for the catch out of Mizzy. I appreciate that. Here we go. Sure makes you appreciate paper. From now on, I recycle. The Egyptians must have really thought writing was cool to have worked so hard to make just one piece of paper. I still remember there was an old episode of Reading Rainbow where they were teaching about paper and stuff, and one of the things they showed was a place where they would take old pairs of denim blue jeans and like reduce them to something akin to pulp, and then press them together and form basically make denim paper, which was kind of cool. Used a lot of water though. Alright, so now that I've got this papyrus, what can I do to write on it? Yeah, I suppose that's a good point, Artemisia. Papermaking in general uses a lot of water. But I imagine there's a reason we don't actually use cotton to make paper, and it's because it's not as efficient. Why am I futzing with the handkerchief again? Is that what I want to do? Pen? Can I interest you in a pen, sir? Okay, that's not it either, apparently. What did he say? It's likely you'll need writing implements to copy the Greek and Roman alphabets before you can translate them into hieroglyphics. Okay. It's likely the Cyreps in this room can help even if their programs have been partially damaged. Okay. But you hang on. What's he pointing at? What can you tell me about this stone? My master left this message for me to translate. If I can figure out what the hieroglyphs mean, I can finish the stone. Is that all? The message on the stone is written in hieroglyphs on the top, Greek in the middle, and the Roman alphabet on the bottom. If someone can figure out the Greek and Roman letters, maybe we can finish the translation. Yeah, I know those. A lot of them. But like, some of these look like gibberish and some of them look upside down. Okay. But like, let's get to the writing. Can we? Glad I have that page open. Hang on. Okay. The deciphering happens at another area. To the next area! Oh dear. Link! Have you been through here smashing pots again? Tisk. Alright. Much of our knowledge of Greek life, woo! Comes from the pictures painted on earthenware pots and urns created in Athens. While these vessels are only one example of Greek art, others of sculpture and coinage, many of them have survived for centuries and provide examples of what life was like for the ancient Greeks. They often depict everyday life as well as heroic scenes of battle and the Greek gods. Greek urns also contain examples of the Greek alphabet. Those Greek urns must have fallen onto the floor when the computer went ballistic. They sure are a mess. I wonder if I can put them back together again. With what? Hey, that sounds like a job for all the king's horses and all the king's men. Aw, look at the little ceramic guy, Artemisia. That's very cute. Alright, let's try to put this back together. Aw. Anarchy, the gumption of a certified Nickelodeon kid is what this game is all about. we have a discount kid vid, and he's gonna go learn about some science and history. Sometimes that means saving the people, Sarah Good and other people from the Salem witch trials, and rewriting history to make it better and look less bad for the patriarchy and white America in general, or some such. I don't know. Oh, Anarchy, did you see the comp sci one from before when we had to like make logic, or make circuit gates and figure out and, not, and or and all that stuff? It was good. We had to fix the computer. Aw, I'm sorry you missed it. We'll figure out where that one goes in a second, but... Oh yeah. I think that could... Behave. There we go. Alright. Now, where can we put this? Well, we'll see. Hang on. Man, I still haven't forgiven them for the stupid Pangea puzzle where nothing actually fit together. And I was like, this is not a puzzle. Alright. So where does that pattern suggest that would be? Like somewhere in there, I would think. Oh, no, that's not right. Almost impossibly not connected to anything else. I don't know what the deal is there. Alright. That looks like it goes there. Yeah! Now things are coming together. Oh, it goes in the bottom. Okay, there we go. Now we got it. Just a weird looking piece. Haha! Yeah, with the Magic School Bus game apparently is, according to one sign I saw at a wrestling show, the Magic School Bus game is better than Myst. So go figure. Okay. But yes, no, and this had a similar thing with the Pangea exhibit where like you could slide the time clock and it would, so you could watch all the continents move away from each other. Yeah, I'm sure the Magic School Bus game was in every way better than this, but this is at least fun in its own ridiculous way. Yep. This would predate it by a fair margin then, but this would have been around the time the Magic School Bus show was on the air. So, anyway, our kid resumes saying, "That's funny. This urn doesn't look like Humpty Dumpty. It has a picture of someone writing on a tablet. I wonder if this person's writing in the Greek alphabet." Yeah, no, like, I am running this one in DOSBox because it really does not play nice with anything past Windows 3 point whatever. I don't even think it works in Windows 95. There we go. Alright, where does this fit in? Well, oh! Inadvertently got it. Nice. Love that. Okay, there's that one. There's that one. There's that one. There's that one. And there's the top. Hooray! Yeah, you spanked that horse. Good job, buddy. Okay, I put the pieces together. Actually, it's kind of cool. The picture on this urn shows a horse and chariot. They're probably in a race. Driving around in a chariot must have been cool, but there's no riding on this chariot. Okay, this urn looks like a scene from school. That student is copying the Greek alphabet onto that tablet. I guess some things never change. So what do we got? Gamma, delta. Oh man, I don't know which one looks like an S. But underneath it we got what? Kappa, epsilon, omega. Psi? No, that's not right. Rho, right? No, rho was P. What was Y? The Y was lowercase gamma. I'm a bad frat guy. I don't know these things. Pukara, I'm intrigued to find out what you find when you Google all of that. Alright. Oh, teacher left. Party time. Here we go. Schools in Rome were reserved for the sons of those who could pay. Girls did not go to school, though they were often taught to read, write, and play musical instruments by tutors in their homes. Students learned to read, write, and do mathematics in school. Often they translated Greek texts into Latin, the Roman language. They wrote on wax tablets with a pointed stick called a stylus because papyrus was too expensive to be used for practice writing. So that's where the term comes from. I never actually knew. Oh, last one was Chi. Thank you. Thank you, Godvision. It was an X. Yeah, I didn't see the last part. I thought it was a Y. That's why. Oh, it is a Y? Oh, I don't know. Anyway. Are you the new student? No way. I have enough to do in my own school. You better not stay long then. When the teacher returns, we have to recite the Latin alphabet. He gets very angry if we make mistakes. If you're here when the teacher returns, I suggest you do exactly as he says. Oh no, not the Latin alphabet. Although I don't know if they were what they were technically called, but yeah. I really can't talk now. I have to study this Latin. If I don't finish my work, I have to take it home with me. Great, this must be the world's first homework exhibit. Hello? Are you the new student? Nope, I'm from another school. Well, you're in my class now, and in this class you will learn to think. What? That doesn't sound like the American educational system. Anyway. Caius, why don't you show the new student what you have written on your tablet? Hey, that looks like the alphabet on his tablet. Triumphantly holding it to the sky. Cool, thanks. Okay, but like now what? Are we stuck in a loop? Help. Help, I'm stuck in a loop. Why is it doing this? Can I walk over there at least? Can I go see it? Will you show me? I want to click on something, point and click game. Let me click on something. Hang on. Okay, so I think it looks like we actually have to go forward before we can come back to this, because this does not indicate things well. All right. Oh, Puka. Okay, so human body game was Windows 95. Okay, museum game remembering was in fact this one. Oh, maybe. Wouldn't that be an interesting twist? Okay. Yeah, in the Pangea one, you do like. You assemble it, and then you can like move the slider to slide it and see how they separate into continents and everything else. So maybe it's that. I don't know. Okay. Brains are weird, Pukara. I'm trying to solve the mystery of this exhibit. Can you help me? Welcome, young scribe. I'm not aware of any mystery. I'm here to teach young people like yourself the art of writing. Do you wish to learn? Yes. Why not? It might help me figure out the rest of this place. Very well, but first you must decipher a little puzzle to prove that you are worthy. I knew there was a catch. What do I do? The chart on the wall contains the old way of writing Chinese characters and the new Chinese symbols for the same words. Match the old with the new with the old with the new new, and then talk to me again. Man, Godvision, you had way better point-and-click adventure games or educational games than I did, apparently, because that human body game you're describing sounds cool. Okay, let's see this one. Okay, so they're all jumbled up. One, like, some say old, some say new, but how do we know which one is which? I don't... Hang on. Is there a reference for this somewhere? Is there a reference anywhere? The ancient Chinese were the first to invent ink and paper over 4,500 years ago. Chinese scholars, scribes, and priests used brushes and sharp styluses to write on bone and other materials until paper was invented. Early Chinese ink was made from soot mixed with gum. Chinese characters are pictographs. Each character represents a single object or idea. Although there are many dialects spoken throughout China, there is only one written language. Okay, but like, I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm just picking them at random. It would be nice if there was somewhere where, you know, they taught us this. Yeah, okay, great, thanks. Could I, like, look at the thing? Please? My calculations indicate the Chinese scribe is willing to help you if you can prove yourself worthy. You must help him unscramble his chart before he can be of any assistance. The Chinese characters in the chart have changed over time, but they maintain their basic characteristics. Match each old character with a new character. Their backgrounds will change color when the characters match. Oh, it's just trial and error. So that's cool. Hey, there's two. Okay. Wow, this is literally just trial and error. There's not a guide for how to learn this. Cool. Cool. Okay. I feel like I learned so much. Good gracious. Also, like, some of these are very difficult to see the difference between on these low-res graphics. But anyway. You are truly ready to become a scribe. Take this pen and ink. Use them wisely. They have been used to solve many mysteries. Mountains, 3 vertical lines. I mean, like, probably Gonfission. I suspect you are right. Here we go. I already have a pen, but maybe this one will work better. Thanks. Can I look at the thing now? Oh, now that I'm done, I can't even look at it. That's rude. I would have liked to actually analyze it a little. Okay. So let's see here. Oh my gosh. Pukara. You can't just... What is the Zumbinis? I don't even know what that is. But like, probably, I mean, if Museum Madness can exist out there, then I bet anything else can too. Yes, no, I know, thank you. Cool. Oh wait, hang on. Haha. Alpha, beta, gamma. ABC. There we go. I'm glad I practiced my penmanship. I'm gonna want to wreck that papyrus after all the work I went into making it. Alright, we got 3 letters down. You can do the rest, right? Okay. Okay. Pukra, I have to read this summary aloud. It sounds very good. Did a kid's game about rudimentary logic puzzles have to have an art design and lore worthy of The Princess Bride and Willow? Probably not, but I'm very glad it did. It is intense, helping tiny weird creatures escape genocide with logic and math. Okay. The logical journey of the Zumbinis. Confusion, man, y'all know everything about all of these games, and I know pretty much nothing. I am so sad. Played on DOSBox. Man, okay, so the other educational one that I want to find is the Dinotopia game that was like on CD-ROM and stuff. This is great. DOSBox Pukra is an emulator that will let you run. It's what I'm using right now actually to run Museum Madness. It lets you emulate an old DOS computer, so you can run early versions of Windows things on it, stuff like that. Basically anything I think pre-Windows XP, essentially, probably. Oh my gosh, Pukra, you have the Dinotopia game? That's amazing. There's a whole video on Polygon where Simone de Rochefort talks about how excited she is that that game exists. Anyway, I'm getting off topic here. Here we go. If you already have a papyrus scroll, you are too advanced for this class. Great, I just graduated. Sniff you jerks later. Pukra, yes. So you can set it up, like DOSBox has its own way to set stuff up, and also there's a DOSBox emulator in RetroArch. So if you have RetroArch already, you can play a lot of stuff in it. I just couldn't do this game in it, because it was being finicky. Okay, so now we have the written papyrus scroll and the pen and ink. Sorry. Pukra, RetroArch is a kind of a meta emulator. It's a package of emulators, and it's a front end for it, and you can use it to run emulators for pretty much. I'm not gonna say anything, but I'm gonna say like anything from PS1 and earlier on it. And it's how I play a lot of my retro games now as well. And there's even a mobile app for it on Android. There's all kinds of cool stuff for it. But don't download the version from Steam, because that one prevents you from loading copyrighted ROMs into it. Better to just get the actual one from its website. But anyway. But now we're back to our friend. What can you tell me about this stone? Oh yeah, this whole thing. Here we go. Let's give him some homework. Okay, now we're looking at that. That's cool. Okay, so now what do I do with this written on scroll? Hang on. Oh, okay, I missed a step. Here we go. I do have to go back to that room. Oh my gosh, Gone Fishing. I have no idea the one that you were talking about, but it sounds very interesting. Yeah, it's y'all can read that as it crawled across the top there, but I don't know what that is. Hey. Here we go. That copies the Greek alphabet onto the papyrus, but it still looks like Greek to me. I wonder if I can use these letters to help translate the hieroglyphics. Well, yeah, now it's got both, right? Yeah. Gone Fishing, the only thing I can think of is that we know a bunch of librarians. You can maybe ask them if they have any ideas on how to look it up, but I have no idea. Heck, maybe even some of the, maybe they know some teacher librarians who actually remember a game like that. Couldn't say. Anyway. Yeah, no, I get it. That's cool. But I have a thing here for you. Oh, hang on. Probably have to do one more step, right? Why can I not? The clicking in this one is very frustrating. Hang on. Can I give this to you? Can I just give you the homework? Okay, maybe now it looks different because we've got the thing. Let's see. Aha! Now we can translate. Here we go. Those are Egyptian hieroglyphics. Some hieroglyphics stand for individual words or ideas. Others stand for a single sound, just like each letter stands for a sound in English. The hieroglyphics on this stone stand for individual sounds. They are combined like letters in English to form words. Can we not put it there? Oh wait, we gotta put it there? Right. Hang on. Oh, selected the wrong thing. There we go. This part is riveting, I'm sure. But hang on. Oh, here we go. Gone Fishing saying that they tried looking up in the library system at their hometown, but perhaps try asking someone. I mean, we know a lot of information scientists, that's all I'm saying. I'm a little sad that we can't get Growler to watch this because I would love the opinion of an actual professional educational game designer in the modern era looking back at games like this and being like, here's how this actually could have been educational instead of being just, make work. Scribe, do not be idle, is the message of the day. Better or worse than be sure to drink your Ovaltine. Both pretty big letdown, honestly. The message from your teacher says, Scribe, do not be idle. Don't look now, but I think you're busted. I guess my teacher knows me better than I thought. Here he comes now. I'd better get to work. Thanks. No problem. I guess that makes me a scribe, doesn't it? Now that I've solved the mystery of the hieroglyphics, don't get ahead of yourself, kid. I hope I can use the information to get one step closer to the virus. How? At least that's one more piece of the puzzle solved. I better head back to the main hall and see what still needs to be done. Alright, let's take stock of what remains. We have one world history exhibit left, Galileo's telescope. We have two natural history exhibits left, the Hall of Animal Habitats and the Hall of Ecology. Oop. We have two American history ones left, the Transcontinental Railroad and Ellis Island. We have three aerospace science ones. We have How Big is the Universe, Rockets and Computers, and Air-Powered Flight. And we have two hard science ones, or two computer science related ones, tech science we'll call it, of robots and discovery of radio. Okay, so there remain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 exhibits to go. That's not too bad. That's another like 1 or 2 sessions, hopefully, depending on the length of them. And then the finale where we actually go and stop the virus, which I've never seen. So, all right. But it is about 11, which means it is about time to pack things up because I still have to do another round of shoveling and take out the trash. Yay! Okay. Thank you, everybody who tuned in from, oh gosh, I have to go all the way from the beginning. God Fission, of course. Most important among everybody else, the expert in point-and-click edutainment games, and my friend Sarah Bay, whose name I still can't pronounce, my friend Ben, aka Caltris, Artemisia, Pukara, Hanarchy. Oh gosh, do we have other people? Hang on. Oh yes, and thank you for the birthday wishes, everybody. Pukara has Zoom beanies now. Nice. Look at this, bringing people together, reuniting them with games. This is great. This is a good time. Oh, and I forgot. Thank you to my lovely wife for giving me important advice on a one where I wasn't sure what to do, and for just generally being wonderful. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Thank you to people who are watching later. This has been fantastic. I'm very pleased, and I will see you all next week for more Museum Madness Monday. Good night.